Mom's biscuits and gravy. These are Southern style drop biscuits. I might try doing them in the future. Hello friends, family, total strangers. Today's video is going to be on what's the best way to put this? Kind of my attitude shift and why I am so much happier now than I was a few years ago. And you know, moving into a van isn't the reason, it's just a symptom. It was really a total attitude shift for me. It didn't happen all at once. It was a gradual thing. But Pensacola, Florida is such a great example of that shift, because I used to hate Pensacola so much. I would come here and yeah, I hated it. Like, I felt claustrophobic, you know, because there's trees overhanging everything and you can't see anything. I'm used to wide open vistas. I hated everything about it. Like, the food I thought was bad. It's all chain restaurants and overpriced seafood places along the beaches, and it's flat. I hated it. I hated it. I dreaded coming, and I had a miserable time every time I came here. And then a few years ago, I was coming out here. I was dreading it like normal, but I was kind of going through a personal transition at the time, and it just suddenly occurred to me, like, if I hate it so much, if I'm so miserable when I'm here, like, does it really have to be that way? Can I find ways to enjoy myself while I'm there? And so I decided to just take a whole new attitude and a whole new approach into staying in Pensacola. And so I started treating it as a travel destination, and okay, let's find fun stuff to do there, but I'm going to try to have a good time while I'm there. And so I started looking at TripAdvisor and trying to find restaurants that might be a little different and good. And you know, I rented a place. At the time I had enough money for the visit that I rented a place on the Intercoastal Waterway and had my parents come stay with me. So I mean, it wasn't that far from their house. It was only like 40 minutes from their house, but it was on the waterway, so it had nice open vistas. A pod of dolphins swam by while I was out on the porch there. I mean, it was just amazing. It was awesome. And I think that was a big turning point in my life, where I just started to realize that, you know, if it's crappy, change it. If there's something crappy in your life, just change it. Just try to make it positive. Try to make it a positive experience. And 9 times out of 10, you can do exactly that. And I had an amazing time. It was great for my parents. It was like a vacation for them. It was amazing. And you know, every time I've come back since, I haven't had the money to rent a place on the beach, essentially. But that was just a huge flip. And I just started looking for ways to enjoy myself while I'm here, which isn't that hard to do. This is actually a beautiful place if you just take off that negative lens and start exploring it. The beaches, especially here on the National Seashore, are amazing. They're beautiful. And you know, Johnson Beach is a 25-minute drive from my parents' house. This one's 45 minutes, but that's still not very far away. And I could come here every day if I wanted. And you know, I don't. It's still a little too far, and you know, I'm here to see my parents all said and done, and so I want to spend time with them. But yeah, this is And it's not just Pensacola, it's a great example, but I always thought that places like Nebraska was a crap hole, and I thought, Oklahoma was a crap hole. And they're not at all. You just have to look. That's kind of a key lesson in life that I learned, is you just have to look around and find the beauty, find the awesome things to do, find, the cool people, that's all you have to do, is just look. Look and you'll find it. And that's why I've managed to find happiness in the last few years, and it's not through living in a van, although that has been awesome, and it's allowed me to travel and really do the things that I wanted to do. But that attitude flip happened, the van happened because of the attitude flip, not the other way around. Just finding positivity is really what changed my life. There were definitely more negative people out there than I was, but I was definitely a negative person, and I kind of thrived on it a bit. And just having that flip to having a positive outlook and finding the positive side of things. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the difference and the change that's had in my life, in every facet of my life, from my personal life to my work life to my travel life. It's all of it is way better, way better. So I think this is probably running a little long, so this is probably just going to end up being like a separate talking video. I think I'm going to do a separate video on the fun things about Pensacola. The food in Pensacola is actually really good if you look for it. The food in Pensacola, I think, is actually really good. There's all these little immigrant populations here. You just have to look for it. You can't drive around Pensacola and think you're going to walk into a good restaurant. You have to research it ahead of time and find the places that you want to go. But there's great Vietnamese food here. There's a big Vietnamese population. There's great soul food here. There's great Creole food here. There's also great Caribbean food. There's a great Puerto Rican restaurant, which I did not film. I ate it on the first day. Wasn't thinking, didn't film it. It was great. And then I also did eat at a Jamaican restaurant, which I did film, which was awesome. So that's going to be in the next video. And then some of the other activities, and I'll show more of this area where I'm at out by Fort Pickens. But yeah, I think that's pretty much my video. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Thanks a bunch. Bye.